Everybody, welcome to the reunion show. We got 5 people here on this jury bench, and we got the final 3. I think first we can go ahead and just really quickly get this out of the way, get the boring stuff out of the way. Kage, congratulations. You won.
Boring.
Yeah. You just got your money
happened.
sent direct deposit, so.
Yeah, you're gonna gain that back in a week. No, yeah, it happened. It was part of the story, part of the game. Winning, it happens.
I do want to touch on this real quick. So Venom, you got second place, but there was a lot of times throughout the season where you had a lot of sway in the way votes were gonna go. What do you think went wrong for you?
Well, honestly, I feel like a major problem with how I play the game, a lot of the times I've played the game, is admittedly I'm not, the loudest guy in the room. I'm not usually the most expressive guy in the room. So, like, a lot of my game is usually done, like, behind closed doors or, like, one-on-one conversations. And obviously when everyone's talking, like, you're gonna, like, see, like, the guy who's out in front, or people are gonna perceive someone to be out in front. They might not perceive it to be me, like the more quiet guy usually. So like this season I tried my best to go against that. Like I actively tried to like just do things in front of everybody and like go, hey, look at me, I'm playing the game over here. But I think what went wrong was people just didn't respect my moves. I probably said things that I could have worded things better. Hell, I'm sure there's plenty of things I could change, but I guess I wish I could have been maybe more decisive. I feel like me throwing my word around a lot made people feel like I was wishy-washy, I was untrustworthy, just from my own perspective on this. So I guess I wish I could have been more decisive. I feel like I tried to still be a nice guy and play villainous. I feel like it maybe would have been better if I just was 100% like a nice guy, truthful, honest the whole way through, or if I was 100% a villain, lying every round all the time. Like I feel like me trying to balance in between those two things caused people to just view me as like a snake who wasn't worthy of being voted for. And I feel like that's something I need to take away from this season. And if I ever play another season, try something different.
It was a lot of fun seeing you play Venom, and you did get one vote. Who do you think in the jury was the one to throw you that vote?
Well, I definitely had going into Final Tribal. My thought process was, okay, well, I'm not going to get Liz's vote. I voted out Teddy, so he has every right not to vote for me. Probably not going to get Banjo's vote. Well, time to clean sweep Super Mason, Anton, and Hodge. But if I had to take a guess, the only vote I was 100% sure I was going to get was from Hodge, because I feel like I was the closest to Hodge out of everyone here. Like I tried to stick with him the whole way through. I decisively didn't vote for him at the end. I feel like, unfortunately, I didn't get to speak with Anton enough for him to want to vote for me over Pearson, because Anton worked with Pearson more. And then I held out a sliver of hope, after Hodge, maybe Mason would be the next most likely person to vote for me. But I wasn't confident on that, and then I felt like Super had more incentive to vote for Pearson over me. So I definitely knew I was probably going to lose, but I had the highest hopes I would at least get Hodge's vote.
Well, you would be right. Hodge did in fact vote for you. He stayed loyal with you to the end, as you did with him. Anybody on the
big thank you to Hodge.
Yes. Anybody on the jury? Mason. He did say that you were the second most confident he could maybe get another vote. What determined your vote here at this FTC?
Oh, my vote. Okay. No, it's okay. So for my vote, man, it's so long ago. I don't remember everything, but I think when we started off on the tribe, I definitely talked to Pearson the most, and I felt like he had the most agency, especially going around at other people. There was a lot. I think what really helped his case was he was targeted for so long, and every time that I wanted to take a shot at Pearson, it always got shot down. And I was like, you know what? Man got targeted. He got his way to the end after we had a whole coup against him, and well, I had to vote for Pearson for just getting to the end. That was probably the basis of my vote back then.
Yeah, another thing that Venom mentioned that I want to touch on is the Liz tribal. Liz, you and Venom definitely had good moments and ended on a sour note? Are y'all two doing all right now? Have y'all like patched things up after the season?
Minecraft Survivor beef is not real beef. Okay. um, like obviously, like in reality, I think Venom is actually one of the sweetest people that I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. But in the game, we definitely we butted heads quite a bit, especially there at the end. How are you feeling, Venom?
Oh no, I'm like there's no bad blood at all between anyone. Like I always go into a season like knowing like I'm not a villainous guy in real life by any means, so I always just go into a season thinking like, okay, you know, I'm going to treat everyone with respect. I'm going to be a nice guy. But if the situation calls for it, I have to be smart enough to know like when it is to my benefit to lie, when it is in my benefit to break my word, when it is in my benefit to like butter people up and then like just cut them right there at the end. And I guess I was just hopeful. I guess maybe the thing I'm most disappointed about, and again, this is just my own perspective, but I felt like there was this perception from I guess maybe the jury as a whole, or maybe just some people, like where me lying, like I was just doing it for the lulz, or like there was no reasoning behind anything I was doing, which like I felt like that was not true at all. Like I felt like I mean I don't know, like with the context of the season, I hope people can see like I think I played a pretty good game, all things considered. I don't know if it's better than Pearson. I don't know how people would feel like now if they had to vote, like seeing everything, would they vote for me or over Pearson? I don't know. But I guess I was just disappointed that people were, I guess, looking at me and just seeing a guy who like flip-flopped and broke his word and like for nothing, when I felt like it was absolutely for my benefit. Like if I hadn't done what I did, I would have been a 0-vote finalist, or I would have been voted out. Like that's how I feel about it, I guess. But like on a personal level, I love everyone here. That bottom line.
If you actually want an answer to that, I think I can provide some insight on why I personally thought that you lied for no reason. In general, I understand that lying sometimes can benefit your game, but you have to understand that the people on the jury, they are scorned. They are people that are walking out the door, and you have to provide a reason for them to want to vote you as you walk out the door. Doing everything for yourself with no benefit to others can make it seem like you don't care about anyone else. Sending me out the door bitter and scorned obviously meant that I wasn't going to think about voting you over other people. So you making that move to vote with me, and then vote me, and that whole deal, it ruined my vision of you. If you had stuck with me and said, okay, yeah, I'll vote with you again. I know like this isn't in my best interest, but I'll do it just because we made a deal. I definitely would have respected that more. I also would have respected if you had just came to me and said, look, Liz, I don't think it's in my best interest to vote with you here. Me personally, I appreciate honesty. So you really have to read up on what everyone kind of wants. Do they want your word? Do they want to go home and not know about it? Back and forth. But I think a lot of the jury felt scorned by you because they felt like you lied to them with virtually no reason of why you lied to them, especially me. I feel like you kind of backhanded me there right before I left, and that gave me no reason to vote for you.
Well, if I could chime in here, I see what both of y'all say. However, Liz, you had another comment at your tribal where you went home where you said that Kelly hadn't done shit all game and would not be getting your vote. And unfortunately, Kelly, you didn't receive any votes. Are you upset about that, or were you just happy to be able to make it all the way to the end in your first ever time playing Survivor?
Oh my god, man, I am like super, like I'm very shocked. Like from the beginning, I thought this was my game to win. Like even like going into this, I thought I'd get every single vote and sweep the floor and win unanimously. No, I'm kidding. But I was definitely aware that I was not a front runner, and honestly, I'm like super okay with that. This was just like my first go at things. I didn't know how things worked. I didn't know how to like play really, and I just wanted to like have fun, I guess, at the end of the day, and like have a fun time and get to know people. And I feel like the experience was fun. I don't regret anything, even if I look like a 0 vote finalist, but I've enjoyed my time.
Anybody on the jury? I know that Teddy and Banjo, y'all had some in-game beef throughout the season, going back and forth. Where do y'all two stand after all y'all's long
I
journeys?
hate this fucker.
This motherfucker right here with the goofy ass eye.
annoying.
No, in reality, I wouldn't even call it beef. Like, what it was just a rivalry. There's a difference. Beef is like we genuinely dislike each other. I don't think there was ever any of that like during the game. I think it was more just like nothing worked for us at all when we were trying to work together. And whenever it did, it was only in one person's best interest compared to the other. So in reality, we're just two different people, you know? It's just what happens.
Yeah, I think our games definitely were too separate to really work together in this game. We were able to do it at some points, but it just it couldn't come together. Like real beef, that's some Venom and Liz shit. Me and Banjo were just on opposing sides.
It's not real beef. If you beef over
It's
Minecraft
Minecraft
Survivor, I swear to fucking God, bro. If you take
So
Minecraft
true.
Survivor into real life, man, dude.
Super's been making some crazy comments.
Yeah. I wanted to address Super here. Super, where do you stand with this season? How do you feel about everything that's happened during the season, post-season? Super.
Bro does not care about the season at all.
this Postmates order. Leave him alone.
Super has other priorities to deal with right now. Who has something that they want to say while we wait for Super to get back here? Anybody have something they need to get off their chest?
Yeah, real quick. Okay, so I have felt a certain way for a while, okay? And I will still stand by the fact that this is probably the best game I've ever played. I will not walk away from that. But I think I may have chosen the wrong ally to keep at a certain point, and honestly, that final 8 round was a mess. But Liz, I'm sorry. I don't realistically think I should have kept you. It's nothing against you, but like seeing how everything else played out, I think I just needed somebody else in my corner, you know.
Yeah.
Cause oh man, that final 8 round, Mason.
That's how I play. I mean, nobody knows that they shouldn't have kept me until after the game is over. So.
Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest rounds just ever. 'Cause
Yeah,
the-
can we,
overall.
can we address
Was that last minute?
Can we address the
Everything
final
was
8
last
round
minute.
for the audience? So
That round was
Yeah.
rigged.
Yeah.
what
So-
really happened there?
So,
Who's gonna describe this really? Because like I don't know. Like the plan going in
Eddie.
was that. What? Oh fucking Christ!
Eddie had all the
plan-
DMs at Tribal.
Teddy, yeah, well, that was after the fact. So the plan going into it was they were gonna split the votes between Liz and me, while was it not?
Oh no, the plan was what we were going to
Oh
do.
no, you
like,
were gonna full stack Liz. You were trying to bait me into playing my idol, right?
Yeah, we were trying to
Yeah.
get you to vote for Teddy. We were trying to get Teddy to vote for Banjo, and I guess we were probably also telling Liz one of those two things. And then it was going to be
I think Teddy.
myself, Pearson, Teddy, and then I think we were trying to get either Mason and Super in on it to vote out Liz. But then when you gave her the safety of power, it was like a last-minute switch of what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Knowing,
And now we'll do
without
Mason.
knowing, by the way, I want to clarify. I was doing that because I was still under the impression that we were doing Teddy. So I gave Liz the safety without power so she'd come back and see. Oh, goody, now Teddy's gone.
Super told me about it, so I was
What?
like, all right. I didn't want to keep it secret because Liz was with me. So I
What?
was like, Liz, I'm gonna let you know you're going home, and then that's when Liz got up and played it.
Mason
I want to address that because we see it in the episode before it cuts to tribal and it's kind of like suspenseful. A conversation between Super and Mason where Super's pushing the fact that he's with that one side to vote out Liz, and Mason's hard wanting to vote out Teddy and keep Liz. And it ends on Mason saying that if he has to lead the plan to the other side to get Teddy out, he'll do it. So, like, what did y'all do after that conversation that led to Super flipping from that other side to trying to vote out Pearson, to Mason becoming the target, to Teddy becoming the swing vote? Like,
Yeah.
You should start.
I think from like my own perspective on it, what happened was, so Liz played her safety with that power, and I was sitting there like, well, now what are we gonna do? Because like I was pretty sure Banjo was gonna play as idol, so I was like, are we gonna vote for Teddy then? And then I hear from Pearson, hey, let's do Mason. It's like, well, I'm reasonably sure Mason probably is the guy who leaked something. So you know what? Sure, we'll do Mason. And then it just kind of unfolded from there.
I mean, I had my eye on Mason a little bit going into this. I mean, and it wasn't until watching back this season, like how top to bottom dominant Mason really was playing. But at that point, I knew that something was wrong, and at the very least, Mason wasn't on my side. And it was like, oh, Super kind of screwed me. I know they're close.
Whoa!
If this is how I go, let's at least
Personal attack.
let's at least throw Mason under the bus a little, and then somehow.
That's how you go. Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
honestly, I was
curious.
so sad.
Yeah.
I get it though.
Yeah, and truth be told, if like that didn't happen and like I go out 7-1 or something like that round, like Mason, I wouldn't have said anything about your game, but I was like, we're still playing and I gotta fight.
Oh yeah, no, I respect it a ton. I it's funny because I don't remember if it got shown or not, but I literally had a confessional with Joma, and it gets memed a lot. I thought I said I had 100% confidence I'm not going home. I could have sworn I said that, but maybe I didn't. And then I end up getting sniped. It's like it is hilarious, but no. Hey, I just wanted to save Liz because I okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, she left, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but like, Liz, when we got thrown out as a pair, that's when I knew like we had to work together. Like,
I want to
there's
address
no ifs,
that.
ands, or buts about it.
Did you save Liz because of y'all's quote unquote pre-game connection?
Yeah, we had to work together.
We originally it wasn't that. Originally it was just kind of like, hey, I know you, and I knew Pearson, but like y'all weren't on my original tribe, so I didn't know exactly how y'all felt. And then because I was one of the only people from my tribe on that tribe, so it would have been really easy for you guys to vote me out. So I wanted to create something new. And then like y'all said like you didn't even care about the rest of the people on your tribe, so I was like, this is a good like opportunity for me to create something new that doesn't just look like tribe versus tribe. So I went to Mason and Pearson, and originally what we were gonna do was we were gonna vote out Anton. But then Jonas made himself look like a dickhead. So then we voted out Jonas.
Yeah, I wanted
Oh, sorry.
And from there it just made sense. But then it spiraled out of control, and I knew Pearson was becoming powerful, and then Mason got sniped, and I felt like the world was crumbling underneath me. Like I felt so awful.
Yeah, fucking Christ, like the Vietnam flashbacks, watching everyone go was terrible. Like, holy fuck.
We had such a powerful alliance, but like every powerful alliance, something has to happen. And y'all won, for real. Kudos.
Yeah.
But it was like a war, like World War II, like in that round. I was always gonna leave. I don't think I listened to a word that anyone said after Banjo gave me that advantage. I was just like, yep, Cause when people say my name, they don't stop saying my name until I do something weird. So I was like, all right, let's do something weird. I honestly, I could have stuck it out, gave the advantage back to Banjo. We would have had a double vote and then boom. But the best that would have happened was a tie. And going to rocks, I don't think was advantageous for just about anyone. But then again, I would have been in the tie, so it would have been advantageous for me. So knowing Mason's luck, he would have just went home to rocks anyway. So.
Ain't no way I was typing that.
It truly was a crazy round. However, I do wanna bring this back to another topic. Everybody, can we get a show of hands punching the air? Who believes that every question that Teddy got answered for in Touchy Subjects was in fact the correct answer?
I swear to God! Nah.
Oh, well, a little bit.
That was an absolutely ridiculous round.
All right, well, hold on, Kelly, you're punching the air. What about Teddy really just makes you angry?
Honestly, just everything about him. Since like the moment I met him, my world's just become a little darker, and life's just gotten worse. So.
Teddy, you have a rebuttal to that?
Shut up.
We seem to have some real animosity here on this stage right now.
Teddy guy had it rough.
Well,
I did.
I feel like we covered a lot about this season. There's still a lot we could get to, however, we don't have all day. So I'm gonna have the final three get up out of their seats and move over to the jury bench, and then we're gonna call some people over for the fan favorite results.
Oh god.
We're not done this yet.
I can't wait for this rigged vote.
All right, in no order, no specific order. The top 3 vote getters for fan favorite were Mason. Mason,
do I need to
Mason
walk?
you can go sit in one of those 3 chairs.
Oh shoot.
Teddy
No shot.
and Kelly.
Huh?
Yo.
Oh, shut up, huh? Oh my god.
I don't know anyone. What the hell?
Y'all 3 received the most votes for fan favorite, and in 3rd place we have Kelly.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
One
please,
of
who they voting? Are they
Teddy
voting?
and Mason is our fan favorite of season 1, and with a whopping, I think that you had like 40% of the votes. Teddy, you are the season 1 fan favorite.
Are you
Man, nice.
Easy.
guy.
Let me collect this check.
This question.
The first time, it wasn't negative. Let's go.
Congratulations,
He won
Teddy.
Congratulations, man.
You
Congrats.
may not have won shit in this game, but you did win the audience's hearts.
Thank God. Oh my God. I want to thank the Academy, my mom, Mason, and Super for winning this award.
And with that, it's been a lot
I'll
of
kill
fun having
myself
y'all. Y'all have really been a
Oh,
great
my bad.
group of people. Y'all have really been a great group of people to have on for my first ever season. As you know, I'm a chill guy, but I'm not the greatest with technology or recording and making seasons. So this was a really difficult, long process, but I couldn't be prouder of the season that y'all helped me create, and y'all will all have a special place in my heart.
Oh, thank you, my man.
That was lame as shit.
Thank you, Grandpa.
And with that, I hope that y'all all can continue to remember this insane season as it happened, and never forget that y'all were a part of the first ever soccer season. But with that, we'll be moving on to season 2 eventually. Thank you everybody who tuned in and watched the season. The support does mean a lot, and we'll all catch you next time.
Of course, kid.
Hey, woo.
Never forget where you came from when you become famous.
Do drugs, takes in, fuck 12.